The summer school holidays. Deserve time off to relax and rejoice with family and friends as you soak up all the freedom. But why does it end up feeling like wasted time when the new school year arrives? Now I get it, every student during the summer holidays wants to relax more and study less. And so the real question is, how do you manage your time in a way this summer school holidays without turning it into some sort of depressing study boot camp, but also without wasting the next 6 to 8 weeks on just pure fun? Well, this video tries to answer that very question by looking into 3 key areas, including how to set proper study goals, how to action these study goals, and how to ensure your study goals are actually executed. So if you're looking to find that balance between being able to have fun, but also finding time to study, then this video is exactly for you. So you wrap up the school year, your dopamine is probably at an all-time high, and you're just ready to relax. But you also tell yourself that a new year means a new you, and that you're gonna lock in the school holidays and make a great academic comeback. But then what ends up happening is, well, nothing. And so why does this happen? Well, it's likely because those things you tell yourself, like you're gonna lock in and that you're gonna make the academic comeback of the century, are very much vague intentions rather than specific and actionable goals. And so for a lot of people, these vague intentions are very misleading because they make you feel productive without actually requiring you to do anything. So instead of vaguely telling yourself that you are gonna lock in and that you are gonna study and grind during the holidays, you need to instead be extremely intentional and specific about the actual goals and actions you're going to take in order to get to the outcome. So a vague intention would be something like, I'm going to study maths for this entire school holiday because I'm bad at it. Instead of stating a vague intention like that one, you might reframe it so that it sounds more like a goal with an associated action. Something along the lines of, I'm going to redo 5 practice questions from chapter 3, which is my weakest topic, before heading out with my friends. The difference between the two is very clear, and it's very clear to your brain because your brain now understands what it needs to do in order to actually achieve some form of success. And so the first step to making sure your summer holidays are both enjoyable and productive is to make sure you actually have specific study goals in mind that you want to achieve by the end of those school holidays. Now, the next section will clearly break down when and how you should be executing on your specific study goals. So let's get into that. When it comes to when and how you should execute those study goals, what we want to avoid is cramming. And because you're in holiday season, you would likely want to avoid doing long study sessions compared to what you might be doing in the school term, because long study sessions in the holidays will likely lead you to avoiding studying, procrastinating studying, and eventually those things build up over time to result in cramming. We want to make things as simple as possible for ourselves so we can enjoy the break but also get enough study done at the same time. And so here's how you might go about it. The December component of your summer school holidays is a time that should be dedicated to honestly just relaxing. You can maybe start thinking about the study goals and the things that you want to tackle and how you might tackle them, but there's no need to execute at this point. Now, once the new year kicks off on January 1st, we want to slowly get into the momentum of studying again. And remembering that you are in a holiday mode, you want to keep these sessions as accessible as possible, which is why I would recommend doing 30-minute study sessions every single day for 5 days a week, excluding the weekends, which can be optional, and eventually ramping up your study sessions to 2 hours as you get closer to the new school year commencing. Now, how you exactly approach these study sessions is completely up to you. Maybe you review one topic at a time, maybe you redo a few questions, or maybe you even try and get ahead of your school's syllabus. If you want more tips and advice on how you should be structuring your study sessions, I'll link a few videos up here for you to check out in your own time. But as long as the study session is specific, is actionable, and can be achieved in that 30-minute to 2-hour time frame, you're completely fine. Now, the obvious benefits of taking this approach is, number one, you get to still actually enjoy your study break without feeling guilty that you're not studying. And number two is you get to space out your study effectively so that you can retain knowledge much more better compared to someone that tries to cram at the very last minute. Being able to manage your time effectively is a really good way of avoiding distraction. And so here are a few tips you might want to consider in order to ensure you execute your study goals without failure. So the first one is to change your study location as frequently as possible. So let's say you study in your room for 30 minutes, then the next day when you do your next study session, consider a different environment, maybe a library or a cafe. Changing locations helps rejuvenate the brain, but also exposes you to new stimuli, which keeps the brain active. My second tip is about group study sessions. So accountability or group accountability is an incredibly powerful tool to actually get something done. So simply consider studying with one friend or multiple friends, or even studying in an environment that fosters a group-like culture, such as a library. Surrounding yourself with people that are trying to achieve the same goal will always help you achieve that goal a lot faster. Now, it's no surprise that the biggest distraction for not getting something done is likely your phone. There's probably many tips and advice that people have when it comes to managing your relationship with your phone. But when it comes to studying and studying effectively and being able to execute your study goals, the best thing to do is to make sure that whenever you are studying, your phone is nowhere in reach. It's simple as that, and if you can do that every time you go into a study session, you will retain a lot more knowledge and those sessions will be a lot more effective in the long run. I think even doing a few of these things, let alone all of them, will help you design a study environment where work is a lot easier than not doing it at all. So the summer school holidays is absolutely a time for you to relax, see friends, maybe even work a part-time job, and that is completely fine. But if you can start carving out, 30 minutes a day, a few days a week to do something small and specific related to your study goals, you're going to start the new year on an all-time high. You'll actually feel a lot more prepared, and that exact feeling is worth way more than cramming the week before school starts. I really hope you enjoyed today's video and have a better understanding of how you can still enjoy your summer school holidays without compromising on your academics. Let me know in the comments how you're going to be approaching your summer school holidays, and I hope to catch you in the next video.